beam on.
Okay, Carl Marginson, Trafford manager. So we've not had an interview since back end of last season, I think. Pre-season's well underway. I think it was only just 2 weeks ago we played Chadderton, and we've played 5 pre-season games since then. So it's come pretty thick and fast, hasn't it? So 2 questions tonight for 3-2 victory over FC United. Your thoughts on that, and your thoughts on pre-season generally so far.
Tonight, I thought after the first 20 minutes, where I thought we were inept, and against a good side like FC United, you're going to get punished, which we did, and we could have been even further behind, and the game been dead, and it been a non-entity really, and then it would have been a real struggle. But after 20 odd minutes, we kind of found our way. There was a little bit more of keeping all the possession better in better areas. Although we still weren't at it, and there's reasons for that. We are at a point now in pre-season where we're a couple of weeks in, so the fitness work is well and truly underway. We played on Saturday, and a large portion of the back line took part for 90 minutes on Saturday, so that might have had a little bit of an effect, but you've got to work past that, and you've got to go and put the hard yards in, and that was something that I kind of pointed out at half time, because even though we got ourselves back in the game, we still weren't. At the end of the day, it's pre-season, it's about getting that fitness work in it, and you're better off doing that within a game of football than running around the pitch. So although we were back in the game at half time, I wasn't that happy. In the way that we'd gone about it, and then I thought second half, I said to the lads who were staying on for the first 5 minutes of the second half that they needed to really get on the front foot, and so that they could make it easier for their teammates who were going to be taken to the field for the last 40 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever it was, and they did that to a man. So it's great that they've appreciated that. Hard work is going to be our stall to go and play, and then we can express ourselves more freely because we've earned the right to do that, and that's been the theme really of early pre-season. The games that we've played, it's been about getting players time on the pitch, and we've managed to do that in abundance, bedded in some new faces. They've all bought into what we're trying to do. It's still the majority is the group that we'd acquired through last season, and they all know how we work, and it's a great group of lads, and it's something that we're looking to build on. It's hard to tell in pre-season friendlies, but the signs have been pretty positive, and that we've got a decent group, and looking forward to now. Firstly, the sharpening up in our next 2 games, which will be difficult against Flixton here. Great to see them back. Two lads who've got close ties with Alex Mortimer and Roderick Giggs, so it'd be good to see how they're doing. And then obviously a real challenge against the Conference North outfit before we have our FA Cup game against Barn Aldrich. So plenty of things to kind of go at, but we're in a good place. I think we're in a half decent place, and there's questions where we're further on down the line, whereas last pre-season I think we were a little bit behind the 8 ball at certain points, through no fault of anybody, but I think what came through last year and what we've recruited this year has been more focused, and looking forward to a new season.
Yeah. You've obviously got a really good camp, a really good squad of players. I mean, there's only Rio Clegg and maybe 1 or 2 others who've left this summer. Normally at this level, loads of players clear off, don't they, every summer, and you have to bring half a team in, but you've kept everyone together. They must really love playing for this club and for you and your team.
I think that's it. I think there's been a kind of a marry up. I don't know whether it's my demeanour, the way that I am as a person. It suits Trafford. I really feel that kind of at home in these surroundings, and Trafford's always been known as a nice club, and there's nothing wrong with that. It costs nothing to be nice. We're civil, we go about our business in the right way, we do things in the right way, and by doing that, we we can continue the kind of the legacy of past greats, you know, Brownie and Foxy and Tintin and people like that. You know, at the end of the day, we're there representing people who have gone before us and looking to build for the future, and we want to do that in a Trafford manner, which is, you know, firstly by being good people and doing our best for the people of our locality. So it's good, enjoying it.
One of the things about building for the future is the youth, the young players that are coming through. We pretty much had an entire young team in the second half. They'll all be saying we turned it around this game. You must be really pleased with some of those lads who are coming through.
All day. Like you say, the catalyst for the later second half performance was sometimes it's lads who want to go on and show they're better than the ones who were on in the first half. You know, there's a bit of motivation there, but also I thought we started the second half like quite well. The lads who had like kind of wrestled it round in patches towards the end of the first half continued in that vein, and that allowed them lads to step in and you know, like go and affect the game positively, which they did. There was no fear, which I like to see. Should never be any fear on a football pitch. They were going and closing down and getting on the front foot, which is the kind of football we want to preach and want to see. So all good.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's the Urmston derby on Saturday, so we'll see you at that one.
Top one.
Cheers, Margy.
Cheers,
Bye.